And we are live. Hello. Super exciting stream today. I've got most of this done yesterday and the last few days really, but yeah, last few bits to go, and then there'll be time to see if the weather's up to printing it. Probably not going to be saying much in this stream, and I'm not in a Discord server, so just got me, I'm afraid. But never mind. So, is that actually connected? Hey, they actually have today. Couldn't get them to connect yesterday. Had to manually attach everything to the center lines. Now, inevitably I'll find lots and lots of things that need more work than I'm gonna have the energy to do, but that's fairly standard. Now, the slot through the middle. Now, I'll probably put the webcam in a bit, try and give anyone who cares an update on how some of the bits are going. Yeah, no, I'll go and jump across and check on the chat at intervals. So, I'm not ignoring you, I'm just a bit engrossed. Yeah, no, watching Michael Cthulhu's Auron's Katana build, in case I get any audio bleed. No, it is not just gonna. Let's put the chat in. In fact, I'm pretty sure there's a function. Pop out chat, there we go. So I can put that there, so I can see the chat, I can see the encoder, I can see what I'm working on. Excuse me. Let's do this again. There you go, so I've already got the tank sleeve that goes in that gap, but That has to be printed as a separate part. Yeah, so I think I've got rivets left to do. As I'm not doing any of the top deck rivets. They don't print properly. They're just too small. Unless I do them as dots without any doming, which I don't know, doesn't sound too fun. Not in its current state, just gonna, but watching someone gesticulate with a blowtorch is, it's something to see. Now, as far as I'm aware, we've got a rivet in each corner, but we've got 2 hex nuts either side. There we go. Now, one thing I did like about SolidWorks was the feature where you could make everything the same. You could use one source drawing for lots of things. What's the ASME pressure? I have no idea what that means, I'm afraid. It's going to be for model railway purposes. It's not anything exciting. It's going to be about 20 foot. 20 foot, so that'd be 140 millimeters long total. Oh no, it's not steam. It's I think it's a sort of general purpose tank, primarily used for creosote in the drawings references I can find, but they were used for carrying benzene, water, gas oil, loads of things. Just yeah, I've at some point planned to do the big 100-ton tankers that you see today-ish, although not so often. Right, brain. Yeah, it's just contains liquid as opposed to containing anything under pressure. At least the prototype would. These are going to contain air and little bits of fluff. As in fact, let's yep. Let's add those. And they're both upside down. Okay. Control A. There we go. Obviously this is before it's had a lot of the extra detail put on, but yeah, that's semblance what it's going to look like. That's just a empty tube, so the printer can make it nice and smooth. But yeah, so I'll try and print one of those in a bit. Just doing all the little details, or as many as I can. Not all of them are possible. Oh, I've got some post I should go and collect. Right, these are fairly done, so I'm going to go for those at 7. I'll be like 5 minutes. My tablet lets me respond to any messages. Yeah, it looks about the right angle. Hello, Laura. Sorry, I'm not looking at chat too much, so I'm attempting to notice things. That doesn't look right. It is right, it just didn't look right, okay. Tablet, why are you being such a wank? Okay. American Society of Mechanical Engineers. Ah, right. I'm not familiar, as I am a UK person. Excuse me. I'd assumed... Yeah, as if I was making its pressurized tanks, probably wouldn't be modelling it in quite so much detail in CAD. Oh yeah, it's reset me to top chat. Let's put that back to live chat. Wait for the window to respond. Well, it depends what the model is for. If the model is just as a drawing aid, then I don't know. But I know for my purposes, I'm 3D printing, so yeah. Go on, software. Come on. It's depends what you're trying to do with it. I'm printing for O scale, and no, I'd like to build out of brass and things, but yeah, I don't really have the space and skill. Ah, as in actual full-size outdoor oil platforms or model ones? It's the reason I don't do many of these streams. Lots of loading times. Ah, that sounds really interesting. I've missed the whole actually doing proper work side of things because I'm waiting for treatment. But yeah, hopefully I can do that again soon. But yeah, do miss SolidWorks has just used the same sketch. I've used AutoCAD a bit. I wasn't much of a fan. But that's because the software I've been used to using that's all been very much like this. Whereas AutoCAD was a lot more, at least the type I used, was a lot more, you need to know what you're drawing and then you draw exactly what you need, rather than getting it about right and then tidying it up. But I might have just been using it wrong. I'm sure my regular viewers will be bored out of their minds, but a bit later on, when I've got some more of this done and hopefully printing, I'm going to try and play some Deathwing. Problem is, at this point in the drawing, the software is not enjoying yeah, it's not. The software, I've seen some very nice things in it, but it doesn't, at least for my system, enjoy what it's doing. It might be limited to what amount of system it can use, but I've had all the clock trackers open and it never seems to be hitting the top of any of them. It just takes forever to do not much. Okay then. That's not quite right. There we go. Just finalize that measurement. Yeah, no, I know my boss, or one of my bosses, works on hovercraft and things, and she is far more adept at this than I am. But I am trying to learn. I mean, I've been doing it for how many years now? Like 9 years? It's just 9 years mostly of only working to what I need to do. So I've not, you know, experimented more with some of the different options of the softwares, because I've not needed to. You know, if I can draw a box, well, I can draw a box. Yeah, as I know, especially when you have to change between softwares. So, apart from any top surface rivets, which I'm gonna put off doing until I've watched a bit more of Mr. Cthulhu, as he's in the final stage of the video. So hopefully I can get all the rivets domed. Ah, nice. Do like all of the actually big physical stuff. You know, I can appreciate electrical engineering, but mechanical is much more to my taste. If I hadn't done so badly at maths at high school, I'd have done very badly at mechanical engineering at university, instead of just doing badly at product design. I do like watching Michael's work, as you know, he's done things. He's got things like tapping, you know, basically literally all of it, from some paper drawings to here is a sword. He's currently tapping out some of the parts, the first bits he made, so they can get bolted together. But yeah, just saving regularly, just in case, as you can't really see them properly, but those little channels in the sol bars, they kept disappearing. I'd adjust something else and the sol bars would just vanish, or at least the indent into them would do. But so yeah, I'm just saving now at every interval. So if I make a mistake, I can burn it to the ground and start again. Right. There's lots of visual bits missing. And things like the buffer stocks and the coupling itself are separate elements, so they're going to go on in their own time. I'm just going to work around the vehicle until it's all done. And now we play the loading game. Wasn't so bad yesterday when I was doing all like the little bits and pieces, like all the wooden blocks that are on the frames to hold the tank in place, and not the holes through for the retaining bars and all that jazz. I feel like, oh, sorry, the video I'm watching, he's got leather apron around his waist, metal plate across his sort of mid-abdomen to chest, but nothing over his belly. That seems like it could be a mistake. But no, currently in the stages of polishing and sharpening the blade, so I should be able to have the other reference material available shortly. The waiting game is a dull game. I miss the power of SolidWorks where it would just be like, yeah, that's done. Hey, there we go. Next up, do the, as far as I can tell from all the photographs, the drawing is not helpful. These are riveted stanchions. It's a piece of U-section with corner bracing. I'm not going to draw the down-facing ones because it's going to get 3D printed and they're going to disappear. I've just done that again. I was talking about this yesterday to somebody, how I keep setting it up, not remembering to click OK, and then, well, it's only 24 clicks. It's not like the 100 I've done before. Yeah, highlight almost an entire van side of rivets, which is probably close to 200. Realise I've not done that. I think I just saved and did something else for a while. Right. There. Let's try that again. Nine, 12. Okay, let's try this one again. Oh, this desk is way too heavy for that. Like, it's 6 foot by 4 foot, and it's got like a sewing machine, a 3D printer, I think it's a compressor, all my computer stuff. I've got a small set of sidings on the left hand end, small collection of books that are relevant for what I'm doing, all those fun things. That won't do it. Damn it. Okay, gotta wait for it to update. Knock it back to 5.9, not 0.6. Loading. Yeah. It's probably slightly more dull for you as you're not... Well, I'm watching something else while I do this. Hey. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to set the next set of stuff up for processing, and I'm going to go out and grab my post from my old house. I should be less time than it takes for it to refresh. I don't know. People follow me on Twitter and I'm just like, okay then. Well, I'm going to put my shoes on while this one's loading. Loading. Would you like to play an electronic game of chance? Oh, that's one of them bits I dropped yesterday. Tiny piece, about 2mm across total. Little U section for being a filler plate. Ooh, that's pretty. So let's just quickly grab this window, chuck it across there so you can see. One thing about the improbably big swords, you can't really swing them. Is it finished? Hey, it's finished. Nice. Right, I have made sure that it is actually going to let me do the edit this time. This is the nice quick part. So I should be back from just running out to get... It's only a few doors away, it's not anything extravagant, but I'm going to leave it at this rivet, because if I go any further I'm going to miss those two. The two there. Because there's two more just behind that plate. Because I make good decisions. I mean, I've used the, like, almost improbably big LARP weapons, and they're bad enough. Right, that is... Now we play the waiting game. No, we don't. What's happened? No, it's not 4-9, it's 4-4. That's why. Right, I will see you lovely people shortly, and you get to watch as it'll eventually reload. Hopefully. Or it'll just corrupt. Alright. Fine. Be like that. Make me do it all again. Right. Test it. Yeah, mic's still on. Good. I was too quick for it. Right then. And now to run away. See you shortly, everybody. Well, that's not reassuring. Something... damn it. I've just thought. Is it because it's two separate pieces? Hello, Skog. Skog? Oh my god. I'm awake, honest. Let's try these ones. Yeah, hello, oh my god. I'm more out of breath than I expected. Yeah, shut up, okay. Just talking to someone who has a similar name to me, okay? Made my brain go a bit wonky. Okay. It's one letter. And that looks like that one is corrupted. Yeah, that's corrupted as well. Excellent. So let's save this and we'll close it and open it. I've got one letter telling me I've got a hospital appointment. And the same letter again telling me I have a hospital appointment. Alright. Okay. Oh yeah, having a brief... Ooh, there's a new Golf City episode. Yeah, Golf City episode out. Or that's the same part that I've already seen with an earlier part. What am I looking at? Oh yeah, I'm looking at a loading screen and a saving screen, because that's exciting. Okay, that's saved. Right, start the next bit. Now listening to the Bloodhound Gang, because recommendations. Three people still watching. It's reassuring. Mine is horrifically varied. Hey. Yeah, these loading screens must be exciting to watch. Yeah, watching loading screens. I think I spent 16 hours at one point just watching loading screens while doming over rivets. That was quite dull. Yeah, at least when you mop a floor, you know, it doesn't have a loading screen. Let's go some Sabaton. Sabaton always improves things. If I wanted to get loads of copyright notifications and such, I could turn on the audio from my end. At the moment you've only got my microphone pickup. Well, you know, not particularly complaining, as I'm watching YouTube videos while I do this. I'm just, you know, trying to continue with my It Is Wednesday, my dudes thing. Let's... I mean, it's not much to see, but, well, that's getting on with doing its thing. Let's add a source. Devices. Devices? Come on, add devices. Okay, let's switch it to that one. No, okay. Why are you not powered up? Have I not plugged in the... Okay. Let's try you in a different USB port then. Oh. That's not a good feeling. Yeah, I'm just going to disconnect from that because it seems like my front USB port might have fallen in. I took the Terrier. In fact, I need to unpack them, so I'm just going to pause that for a second. While this is doing nothing, I'll be right back. Okay, so we have the Terrier, we have the cut down Toad. What else was there? There's the just the two vans, the both Type 23s, I believe. Oh, that's loaded up. All the mineral wagons. The Triang ones won't work on the club track, but the limber wheeled one did. So, in theory, one of them doesn't need re-chassising, but it will be anyway. Because, yeah. Didn't take the Fowler. It's ready to go, but it's a bit big. I mean, I could have taken the castle perhaps, but that has the same issue, in that it's too big. Ah, loading screens. There we go. Let's do this side, see what it feels like doing. So now I'll find out that I'd highlighted like one of the wrong bits somewhere along the way. Twilight of the Thunder God. Twilight. Bien. Now let's see if I made that mistake. Okay, let's try and do one. I reckon I know what it's going to be. And if it's that, it is, isn't it? Right. See how these are all very slightly touching. In the case of that one, I believe they join. Let's try those two. Because I might just be a massive idiot who didn't move things across by a millimetre many steps previous. That's what it should be doing. This is Carolus Rex? Yes. So, need to remember to not dome the two end ones because they touch the bloody plate, because I'm an idiot. So apart from that small issue, because normally I smooth those over, but I thought, nah, I'll leave them solid. Makes it look a bit chunkier. This is... there we go. I was going to say taking the piss, which it is, but... oh, excuse me. To understand what my time is now. Chosen by heaven, say my name when you pray. There we go. That's probably the same loading time as the previous two, but it is many instead. Let's get some glory hammer. Yeah, this is going to be mostly a stream of watching the loading screen. I was writing a text. That reminds me, I've got some pictures to get off my phone later. Where is that USB cable? There's one on my desk. Yeah, that's right. Sit on the mic cable. That helps. Ugh, excuse me. There we go. So where have you put the photos camera? Shouldn't. What? I have a J drive as well. There we go. That's where all these pictures are. Let's copy. Facts. Pictures. Just, yeah, screw it. Hey, it's actually loaded. Nice. Yep, so can't do the two end ones, but otherwise it can. Oh, there we go. Too many windows. Right, because USB is apparently not that reliable on my computer at the moment. Let's... yeah, okay. Oh, these nice adverts for Japan again. Edit. Right, while it's doing its loading screens, I'm just gonna... Ooh. No. There we go. No. What? Stop resizing my picture. You wank. Custom. Yeah. Just cut it there. It's time to actually get nice pictures that remind me I need to get Loco Crew figures. As, the cab is aggressively sparse. Right, once these are done, that's pretty much the entire drawing finished. Which, it's quite a nice feeling. However, I will have a quick check and see, whoops, the numbers of rivets I need to potentially put on the top side. That's inconvenient. Just going to quickly show you. So I got this picture, and it'd be really nice to have the signal in the shot, but I ran out of back scene. So... oh, edit time. Ah, damn it, my focus shifted. Got a nice photograph of the junk in the foreground I didn't want in the shot. Oh dear. Well, I hope everyone who is watching is having a more interesting day than is available from just watching this. I think it's probably one of my favourite photos I've got of my trains, with the really weird focal point. I don't know what's from that. Strain health, orange. Right, well that's doing not much. Enjoy. Believe. That one looks. That one looks better. Yeah. There you go. As a fun related point, this little piece of track here, the baseboard has twisted or is not quite the same height across the two. That bit there is enough to derail the Terrier and everything else behind it. So you've got to take it really slowly, but not too slowly, otherwise you lose the tension on the couplings and they fall over. Yeah, it's not ideal. I made that my desktop. Oh, loading has happened. This for anyone who is paying attention. It's not very visible behind all the junk, but I believe that's the Churchwood top lights on the, I believe, the Severn Valley Railway. Yeah, I've got a lot of icons. I need to lessen them. Gonna sneeze again, excuse me. Right. I think that vaguely answered Omegon's question in the end, but oh yeah, there's those pictures. I got a Viper Sword looking cute when she keeps denying it. That was fun, spamming her Discord with those. I currently have the slightly weird situation on Facebook of knowing lots of people IRL from the internet and trying to work out who some of them are based on the "you have two mutual friends." And it's like, huh, so that's Coatrack and that's Stasi, so who do they both know? Ah, hello Magpie. Yeah, don't worry, you've not missed much. I'm watching loading screens for the most part. Oh, high CPU detected. You're not... What? What is this sorcery? Yeah, it's sitting at like 50. That must have been a spike. Oh, I'm using 5% of my GPU, apparently 3% of which is being used by XSplit. Hey. What's it done since I've last looked at it? So I've done that. Done that. So, topside rivets. Let's source the imagery. It's Flickr, I believe. There you go, that's what I'm making. And the, I believe the Domus the Dank engine liveries. It's a good look. There's quite a lot of rivets. Now the issue is, chat, if I make rivets on the surface, which I can do, they will look awful. But I could draw them. But first, I shall save. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to do them on the first one. Or, actually, what I might do instead, I'm going to do a test piece. Where is the relevant lead? That is not the relevant lead. Go over there. There is the relevant lead. Right, should probably take the Fowler out of the printer, otherwise that might get in the way. Yep. Okay, can we get the camera to work? Hey, we can. Let's... top corner. Okay. Yeah. Observe the wasteland that is my desk. There we go. When are you going to make the rocket? If I can find some drawings for it, I might have a go. Oh yeah, that's what I was... Ooh, fuck. Yeah, I dropped that. Right, this is what I was working on yesterday. Can't really see much, but that coupling is new. The boss that attaches it is new, and it's got a coat of paint over the back beam. It is a Dapol screw link coupling that is sprung. So it's got a bit of room to take up the strain of whatever it's pulling. I've done the similar treatment to the front of the engine, but that's not so much to see. Right, so that's saved. Let's start warming this up. It's quite a cool day today, at least at the moment, which is pleasant. That means the filament should actually work. No, that's not the right button. Right, so on this surface, I'm going to draw a selection of progressively larger rivets, except they're not going to be quite that exaggerated. So we're going to start with 0.4, 0.45, 0.5, and 0.55. That plate seems far too large now. Could probably make that a bit smaller. Let's make these all 0.5 high. So, aggressively boring plate away. I'm going to round this corner so that I know it's that corner. Export. Rivet test. Might have spelled that wrong, not too bothered. Next, my printer bed is apparently bowed slightly. Very helpful of it. We got something actually happening. Yay, happening. Can the printer actually see? Yeah, but you just probably can't see anything. Okay. Right, so on the 27th of June I find out what the results of my tests are. See if I'm alive or not. Right, you can't see anything in the printer. Okay. Oh, don't do this now, printer. Okay, so if you can see that, the 0.4, it's not there. And my entropy with the 0.45, that's not there. Of all the others, yeah, that's not bad actually. So the second one is the one I can use. The second one, just to confirm, is the 0.45. So I can make a 0.45 size rivet. That's quite impressive. Good, I've not left myself muted from earlier. Done that before now. And it's in a loading screen again. Loading. Would you like to play an electronic game of chance? Loading. So, back to my reference images. Yeah, let's just do the outside ones. So, how many rivets? 1, 2. Okay, there's the one on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then apparently 4 going this way. Right, and I'm going to use the mirror function for the last bit, as that'll be easier. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So, select all. Okay, select all. There we go. But not that one. Or that one, or that one, or that one. Well, apparently any of them. Excellent. Do love misclicking in this software. Yes, on the off chance anybody watches them, we're very nearly viral, have a new video out. It's been a while. They are still yet to become viral, to my knowledge. That seems shorter than the other one. G9? No, gotta be thicker than that, 'cause it's gotta line up with that placement. 29.5? There we go. There's an easier feature to do this with, but it's marginally faster to do it in the complex fashion. Right, delete that bit. And then 29.5. Okay then. Let's go back and try that again. 29.5. There we go. I apparently can't count, but which one of these cannot I count? So, just to double check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I counted correctly the first time, but not the second. Don't actually know how many I can do in that direction. So start with 3, I can always take them out again. I'm not looking at chat, let's adjust that state of affairs. Okay, see you later. Don't know when that comment was, so probably missed that unfortunately. High CPU usage. And why is it high? No idea. Oh dear. No, come on. Oh, that was GPU lag. What? Got that strange Sweden advert. It's almost like Sweden might have a problem with its tourism. Can't imagine why. And I missed one. Oh, this is checking my CPU now. Some point I have to take up the drawings for my muntjack. The muntjack was a fairly large off-road vehicle I designed ages ago. That will explain it. Loading. Do like watching this loading screen. It looks like Ghost. Excuse me. Yeah, these are photocopies of the letter, but folded slightly differently. Right, looking something that looks wrong. Nice simple trick, hopefully gonna work. No, didn't work, okay. Oh, what's this? Found it! No, what? And the other one. Okay. Not suggesting that some design software makes you want to kill things, but some of it does. Right, I'm almost done. When I've got it set to print, I'm going to hope it's going to print, and I'm going to play some Deathwing. Because, oh dear, this is very dry. Very dry. Loading. So, mirror, pad 31. Oh dear, watching loading screens still. Excuse me. There we go. I wonder how big this one's going to be. Okay, looks okay. Nearly done on the loading screens. Hey. Export. Tank frame. No test. Let's go that one. Hey, it's done. Right, now check that's in the bands. There we go. Now, I'm going to have to print this with supports, and I don't like doing that because they look fucking awful. down to 210. Let's preview it. Let's see what it thinks it's going to do. Oh, there we go. It's quiet. Right, see what the support's going to look like, whether it's going to be cancerous or not. If it's a lot of support to clear off, I'm probably not going to bother. But I do want it to look nice. Six hours, 41 minutes. No time like the present. And fifth sat, I'm going to call it there. Hope everyone has a nice time. I'm going to start a new stream soon and try and play some Deathwing. Probably about 15 minutes. See you later.